Hello everyone, this is the first episode of with Meedmour Podcast, and today we will talk about the goal of the podcast. Will be a short first episode, like 20-30 minutes episode, and let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about, it's why I did this podcast. This podcast is like I want to talk with everybody about my opinion in a few things. Sometimes my opinion, it doesn't matter to be honest, but like I wanted to put it out there in people, and we'll see people opinion about my thoughts about stuff. Before we continue, I wanna introduce myself. My name is Meedmour, not my actual name. Meedmour is actually mixed between half of my name and half of my family name. For now, I will let that like that. I'm from Morocco, and this is why you would notice like I don't speak English that good. My some words like it's hard for me to say. This is why. And I'm 26. I'm 26, and I just quit my job like a month or 2 months ago, and I really obsessed about podcasts recently. I want to do it with a lot of people. I asked a few of my friends, but like they don't want to, or they thought like I'm joking, but like I was serious about it. Yes, and let me know in the comments the question do you want me to answer for myself and about the podcast. So let's back to the goal of the podcast. The goal of the podcast is like I want to talk about stuff I care about, like football, the real football, not American football. I want to talk about movies, anime, series. I like watch all of them. Recently, not that good, but like I still watch them from time to time. I want to talk culture and like science, sometimes fun facts and stuff like that. And we will talk about topic around the world. Like I like to hear or I see across the internet. I want to say my opinion on it. And yeah, this is the goal of the podcast. I know it's silly, but like I want to do it. And also I want to say that every last episode or the last 10 minutes, stuff like that, I will start answering the audience question about everything you ask. And let's start talk a little bit about my attention right now. I'm focusing recently about myself, my mental health actually. After I quit my job, my mental health actually is increased really good just because I quit the toxic job I used to do. And I thank God for that. Like my mental health, I found my peace. No one hate you for no reason and stuff. Like people who work in a toxic environment, they know what I am talking about. And yeah, since I quit my job, it's really tough to find a job, but at least like I find my peace and find my mental health, and I really appreciate that. And also I want to talk about recent movies I watch. It's lately I watched the Fast and Furious, like the full series or saga or something. And yesterday I watched Fast and Furious 9. So I probably I will watch the X10 today. Why I watch it? I play GTA Online a lot, and also I recently in GTA Online I start like so much cars and customization and drift and races and like stuff like that. I start like interested on that. I also in my Instagram feed like always cars and drift and like showing my favorite cars and stuff like that. So like this is why I go. Do you know what? I watched a few movies of the saga, but I never like watch it all or I understand like the main story, even if it's like nothing like there is not a story in the first place. Like it's around a person who basically God in the series, and the series all about cars. Like the word is just car. Like, do you want to do crime? You need to do car. Do you want to be a good person? Cars. Do you want to go to space? Cars. That's kind of stuff. So yeah, this is why I watch it. I know I'm late to watch like the full saga from the first. I think it released in 2001. And the last one is 10 introduced like last year, like 2023. I watch it, but I will rewatch it because, the saga thing and stuff like that. And recently I just also start back to watching anime. And I start actually with One Piece, of course. I cut out of One Piece. The last time I watched before I come back is like in Big Mom saga. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, in the Big Mom. Now like I'm like back to back with the anime, with the One Piece, and I start watching when I stopped watching anime in 2019, by the way, so let that sink in, let everyone know that. So the anime I watch after One Piece is, I think I watched Demon Slayer, then I continue watching, I watched the first episode and the first season, sorry about that, of Demon Slayer. It's in like when it's released the first time, and also I watched the movie, and I stopped watching the anime. I think the last thing I watched anime or related is the movie, the Demon Slayer movie. I don't remember his name, but also I continue watching Attack on Titan. I stopped in season 4 part 2. So I watched the part 2, I watched the final part 1, the final part 2. And after that, I watch what it's called, Boku no Hero, My Hero Academia. Yes, My Hero Academia. I watched the season 3. Now, I stopped in season 3 and I watched the season 4. Now, like, I just finished it like a few weeks ago. And in that, a few weeks ago, I watched anime. It's really good. It's a new one called Solo Leveling. I recommend it if you want to watch. I don't think that you need my recommendation because I think you already watch it because it's a really popular anime right now. So when I started to watch it, it's already like 7 episodes. So I watched the first 7 episodes. I like it, and the rest of it I watch it a bit by bit until I'm good with it. Until it finished like a week ago, I think. Today I think it's a week ago. And yeah, it's really good. I will be excited for the next season. I know I think it's not Japanese, it's Korean. But yeah, whatever, we're watching it. This week, I'm planning to watch the season 5 of Boku no Hero and also the season 7 of Boku no Hero. It's live this season 2, I think, the fall season. Yeah, I don't remember because I'm out of the anime news a long time ago. Yes, and also the last series I watched, it's The Gentleman. It's what it's called. There is a movie like 2 years ago called Gentleman. I think the theory is before the movie, the stuff, the character and stuff they tell us how the character in the movie be in the last in the how they come. Oh my God, I lost words. I think you understand what I'm saying. And yeah, so I try to delay talking about football until the last 5-10 minutes, just because I don't want it to be a hardcore gaming podcast. I want it to be a casual podcast talking about everything and anything, and included sport. So I want to start by saying I'm a Barcelona fan. I know I see better days, but this is the season. This is the team we're looking for. The world is lost again. But let's talk about the Champions League. The Champions League, I will move quick. I will not go to the details in every game, but pass. I will give a game a minute or two to talk about. And I want to start by Arsenal and Bayern Munich match, the first match of the quarterfinal. The game is so complicated because of Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, they have a really rough year, since Thomas Tuchel take the team, the manager team, the team start to be slowly going bad every match. And this year they have a really tough competition in the Bundesliga, and for Bayern Munich specific, it's kind of tough, unusual for them. They take it easily. Even last year, as you see, Dortmund pick a fight until literally the last 20 minutes. But the Bayern take it over. Not Bayern take it over, it's Dortmund give it away kind of thing. And Arsenal in the past 2 years, one of the best team right now in Premier League. Doesn't matter. It's really good team. Yes, the last game against Porto, I guess it was a question mark game, but for them, it's really hard because first year in the Champions League in a long time. So I don't blame them. So my prediction will be actually I will go with Arsenal. Even I know like Bayer gave Arsenal a lot of lessons, like 8 and I think 10. But like, yes, this is I will say Arsenal because it's more ready than Bayern Munich. Yes, so yeah, this is my prediction. And for Real Madrid and Manchester City, let's let that the last one because it's so complicated, and give me Atletico and Dortmund. To be honest, I barely watch like 2 matches of Atletico Madrid or 2 matches of Dortmund. Like Atletico Madrid, I watch like against Barcelona, against Real Madrid, of course. Dortmund, I barely like watch against Bayern Munich. So I don't know. I know Atletico Madrid is really, really good. I see the match against Inter Milan. It's good. Like it's a terrifying attack from Atletico Madrid. It's not like usual, just defense. Now actually they have a good attack. Dortmund have like a mental crisis in the Bundesliga, like in their fourth, I think. I don't watch Bundesliga, as you know, like there is nothing to watch there. I know Bundesliga fan, but like I'm not. So my prediction actually will be a little bit easy. It's Atletico Madrid because it's more ready than Dortmund, I think. And let's go to PSG and Barcelona. So I'm a Barcelona fan. Of course, I want Barcelona to win, but let's talk a little bit about it. PSG with Enrique, a lot of problems with Enrique and Mbappe. The team's not doing like a perfect like kind of games. They're like sometimes really good, sometimes really shit and stuff like that. But also it's Paris Saint-Germain, but also is Mbappe the one who, if Mbappe good and played like the full matches, will be good. Will be like for PSG. The problem is even if Barcelona play like a perfect game against Paris Saint-Germain, it's only take like 2 minutes of Mbappe being Mbappe, and that's it. We all see it. We all seen it in final of the World Cup. We all see it. Like Argentina was dominating the game until Mbappe decided, "Oh no, I'm winning." But we know what happened then. Anyway, so for me, I really want Barcelona to win because I think if it won, will be like easy road to the final. But also Barcelona have a traumatic experience in Champions League in the past few years. Like since I will pass the UV one, like 2016, because like it's not a remontada, it's not like a score or something. Yes, we lost 3-0 and 0-0, but like it's Juve back then. They have like after that Roma remontada, Liverpool remontada, the one who broke me actually. We can talk about it in the next episode if you want. 8-2 against Bayer. They have like 2 years they go to Champions League and drop to Europa League. And I think a year before that, it was like against also Paris Saint-Germain, and they lost like 3-1 or 4-1 if I remember. Yeah, so it's not like a really good relationship right now between Barcelona and Champions League. So I think if they pass PSG, will be like a really good talk about, or a really good friendship over again, like not friendship over like. Yeah, they will go back together and stuff like that. So Barcelona will build the Champions League trust again. Maybe win it in the next few years. Why not? So for me, my prediction is Barcelona because I trust the team. I think the team will put a really good fight, even if they lost, but they will put a really good fight to not do what's happened in the last few years, to delete what's happened in the past 2 years. This is the perfect way to do it. And if they want to, they will meet Atletico Madrid and Dortmund in semi-final. That's good. Semi-final, it's good for Barcelona right now, but we'll see. We'll see. And Real Madrid and Manchester City, that's a fight, a really good fight between really good teams. One who dominate the Champions League by 14, and one won it the first time last year, but is one of the best team of all time. I will say between Real Madrid and Manchester City. My prediction is Real Madrid, because they have what it's called Champions League knowledge. They know how to play the playoff in the Champions League. They won three trophy in a row. No one does that before. And also Manchester City, it's in a tricky situation kind of thing, because the last year in this, the April, they have a performance of a God game or God team or something like that. As you know, sometimes I don't find the right word to say, because my English is the third language technically, so it's really hard sometimes to think about the word. So this is why I will have a little bit of trouble. So yes, back to the game. Real Madrid and Manchester City will be a really a really good action scene in an action movie, a really good fight between the villain and the hero. The villain in this story will be Real Madrid because they have 14. And the hero will be Manchester City. But they're both not hero, by the way. They will dominate any game against any other club beside this match specifically. Real Madrid and Manchester City. My prediction will be Manchester City. Yes, will won. So we'll have in semi-final Manchester City against Arsenal and Barcelona against Atletico Madrid. That's two English team and two Spanish team. Will be one team in the final, one team in Spain, one team in Premier League. So yeah. So let's not talk about football for a minute. And that's it. I think this is it. This is the end of the first episode. Thank you for listening. Please tell me if you like the episode, if you don't like it. What do you like? What do you don't like? So I try to improve myself. Give me questions if you want, because in every episode I will take 5-10 minutes to answer audience question. And thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to support me. Leave a like and follow and everything. And peace out.